This is Spirit of Being, a strand within life signs detected. The transmission series is drawn from the field logs of Unit H33, observations of the rituals, resistances, and quiet measures of human life. H33 is not human, not anymore. They were designed by hands now gone. Their purpose remains to observe, to record, to report. They do not interpret. They do not interfere. They do not know if they are fulfilling a mission or simply continuing. What they capture is never spectacle. It is what happens beside the spectacle. A man waits for a call that does not come. A child buries something beneath a tree. A city forgets what its walls were built for. These are the signs, human signs. And though no one requested these recordings, still H33 sends them. Because someone, somewhere, may still want to know what it was like to be alive on Earth. This dispatch has been recovered from the field logs of Unit H33. It holds two records. One focuses on a square of canvas in a quiet room where the body prepares to meet what waits inside the ropes. The other focuses on a map of asphalt and rail marked for loads and limits that most travelers will never see. Both are studies in readiness. Both measure the weight of what might come. Transmission 2025-244, Before the Ring, followed by Roads for War.
Field Report 2025-244A, Before the Ring. Location: athletic enclosures, converted spaces where the air still carries traces of a former life. Subject: pre-fight ritual among amateur boxers. Emotional field: contained fear, ritualized defiance. The wind pushes down the stairwell from the street, a long, uneven breath carrying the smell of rain, old concrete, and faint harbor salt. Outside, tires splash through a patched gutter, then slow. The engine cuts. A door closes, a hollow echo drifting between brick walls darkened by the wet. Inside, fluorescent lights hum overhead. One of them stutters. A faded fight poster curls away from the cinder block wall, its edges browned with tape glue. Below it, the floor keeps its history. Scuffs from shuffle drills, the dark imprint of a kettlebell left for years in the same place, a stain no one mentions, its color softened by time. There are no voices yet, only the metallic clap of a locker door and the quiet drop of keys into a dented tray. Somewhere beyond the walls, a foghorn calls once and is gone. The gloves are not yet on, but the fists close, flex, close again. Tape tears from its roll, the sound sharp, decisive. A breath is drawn in and held, not for strength, but for silence. This place had another life. The high windows once opened for freight deliveries, the walls carried the smell of raw wood and cigarette smoke from the loading dock. Now the air is vinyl and oil, with a trace of sweetness from a paper bag on the bench, folded, not sealed. There is no crowd, only the mirror and the one who dares to look away from it. Laces are drawn tight, shoulders roll once, again, again. A mouthguard waits beside a folded hoodie. Sweat has not yet formed, but its salt already sharpens the air, the anticipation of it. Footsteps fall soft on worn canvas. A single bounce, a final breath. The ring is entered, not to defeat, but to remain. The bell holds its voice. It waits, as everything else waits here. The body holds still, the jaw tightens, and the eyes scan, not for an opponent, but for confirmation. History presses close from all sides, condensed into this square of canvas. The coach says nothing, only a nod, and the shared knowledge that something unnameable is being resisted. Fear is not spoken, but it is measured in the pacing of breath, in the refusal to blink, in the act of staying still. Everyone here knows this ring is built for more than what they hope will happen.
Two kinds of stillness, one drawn through the breath, one laid in steel and concrete. Neither speaks first. Both answer when called. The next observation crosses bridges, borders, and narrow corridors of road and track, marking them not for where they lead, but for what they may one day be asked to carry.
Field Report 2025-244B, Roads for War. Location, Central and Eastern Europe. Subject, Infrastructure Calibration for Strategic Mobility. Emotional field, silent urgency, measured dread. They do not carry tanks, not yet, but they could. Asphalt has been thickened, bridges recalculated. The lane markings are civil, the design tolerances are not. Across fields in Romania, overpasses rise beside livestock pens. On German autobahns, engineers chart axial loads in the same ink once used to price toll roads. Border crossings rehearse how not to slow down. The air carries winter's edge, wood smoke caught in low fog, drifting over asphalt not yet called upon. The change is quiet. It is a draft, not a directive, a pressure, not a plan. They are making the routes ready, in case someone must arrive, in case someone must flee. In Germany, 4,500 bridges are listed as insufficient, built for sedans, unfit for 60-ton armor. Some are closed, some are posted, some are simply measured and noted. The numbers do not lie, they only wait. In Poland, the expressway eastward is complete up to the border. After that, the Suwałki Corridor, the only land route linking the Baltic states to the rest of the alliance, a thread between Kaliningrad and Belarus, 2 lanes wide, 1 rail line, a design meant for local trade, a route now redrawn on strategic overlays. Bridges here carry 50 tons, just enough, for now. The rail gauge changes from Poland to Lithuania, 9 centimeters wider, a legacy of invasion deterrence. Now, it delays aid. Trains stop at Szesztokai, cranes lift tanks, bogies are changed. Workers in gloves resecure each axle. It takes hours. The fog does not lift. The timetable does not care. Romania maintains under 1,000 kilometers of motorway. Many roads are gravel. Some are dust. Bridges buckle before they fail. The Voila span is closed. Even light vehicles are barred. A detour adds 3 hours. A new bridge will be built. Concrete is scheduled. The materials are humble: steel, paper, ink. What changes is the attention. Engineers calculate axle pressure. Planners simulate bottlenecks. Border staff rehearse permissions. Convoy routes are filed in folders. Nothing rolls yet. But the lanes are known. The roads for war are being built in peacetime. They pass beneath the tires of commuters and the hooves of farm animals. Everyone hopes those roads will never need to bear what they are being measured for.
Two places, two sets of lives, one shaped by the pull of the harbor, one by the length of a border road. Both hold the same truth. Presence is more than being seen. It is the work carried out, the watch kept, and the routines that bind people to their ground, whether beside the water's edge or where the fields meet the forest line. This concludes the Human Behavior Field Unit record for this research window.